Welcome back to the Dutch Endeavor podcast. We are new setting. Well, maybe not new, but old setting. Um as I said earlier, this is the Dutch Endeavor podcast. This is not the daily dose that we do every day. And I'm joined once again by Hollywood Higgins, who is still in LA, or are you somewhere else?
Oh, I'm still in the Silver Lake, Polly Shores bungalow. He gracious enough. I've been sick, man, for a couple weeks, and I refuse to go to the doctor. I don't believe in modern medicine. And my
Fucking witch
shaman,
doctors.
my shaman's been out of town. He does a lot of stuff in South America. He goes on missionary work and stuff like that. So I've just been dealing with, shitting my guts out, losing weight though. Pretty good having a six pack again, just in case I get called back in the ring for a match. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that.
There you
All the
guys
shores
go. Medical advice from Higgins. Just get dysentery and you'll be skinny.
Yeah, if you want to look good, dysentery just before death is the way to go because eat
Do you know
whatever you
what
want.
caused your sickness?
I think I got unlucky. I bounce around a lot. I think I got like a regular stomach flu and then some kind of cold that was going around or a different version of the flu. It's like two separate things within a few weeks. It just happened back to back. So lost
All
my
right,
appetite, which is like you know how much I eat. So
Higgins, whoever's in your bungalow right now, you have to tell them to get off the internet because you're skipping. We can still hear
skip
you, but your video is skipping. So don't touch
like
anything. Just tell other people quit using your bandwidth.
well,
All
it's
right,
a
man. Well,
quad
I haven't talked to you since.
before
Actually, I
Christmas.
kind of miss you because I left LA like the 20th, 19th or 20th.
Yeah, I
And I
dropped you
was used
off
to seeing you like twice a
first class
week.
first class service, you know?
Yes, we did have a first class ride to the airport. The drop off was a little shady, but
I actually got stuck after you left because the person that was in front of me had
oh,
just
I
gotten an
wasn't
accident.
implying it was you. I figured you were still at the bungalow.
Oh
But
no.
if you were our limo driver as well, that's a jack of all trades.
Oh, I was, right?
So,
But anyway,
how was your Christmas?
I mean it was nice. It was low key. Like I said, I was sick and I actually felt better on Christmas, so I didn't want to infect anyone, but I just went up north to my hometown, Oxnard, California. I'll take you there one of these days. Every time
Did
I
you
drive
hang
over
out
the
with
grid.
what's his face?
Who?
Our friend Nick. Is his name Nick?
He
Yeah,
didn't
Nick the
come
video game.
over. He came over for Thanksgiving. He's
Dude,
like
I
a
like
brother
him.
from yeah, brother from another mother. He didn't come over. I mean, he feels I think he like wants a text, but like everyone else, it's like that. Brooks, you haven't met Brooks yet, and then Tony, who
I
married
don't
my
want to
sister.
meet Brooks. That's not a name.
It's his last name. His name's Ryan.
Ryan Brooks?
But
Wait a minute.
yeah,
How long have you known Ryan Brooks?
we played football together in high school.
Because I
So
knew a Ryan Brooks who was a good friend of mine. His sister was a better friend of mine, but
doesn't have a sister. He's has a brother.
he had a sister, Holly Brooks. She was a friend to a lot of people.
It's funny. His name's Ryan, but he's black, so misleading.
Oh yeah, no, this was a white kid. Um,
Yeah.
all right.
But yeah,
So he almost died on Christmas.
right before Christmas, it was a stomach bug. I felt better. And then I went to Christmas family stuff. My dad actually did something different. He cooked a bunch of Puerto Rican food, which is awesome. I made coquito, which is like Puerto Rican eggnog, which I can make you some because I plan on giving you and the gypsy some, but you left right before Christmas. But
Yeah, we
just
went to the
fun.
Arctic Circle,
Yes.
like colder than you've ever probably been a part of.
Yeah, the coldest I've been in visiting some friends in Cottonwood Heights, which is like 15 from Salt Lake City and what the hell is Park City? Park City is like the big ritzy area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they moved out there and it was like 8 degrees and I can handle that because California boy had
All
three
right, so
layers on, but I
this
didn't wear
was
gloves
like
because I'm like, I don't need gloves, I'm fine.
this was like negative 25 to negative 30 air
Yeah.
temperature, and then like 40-mile-an-hour winds whipping up. So I think we hit a wind chill of like negative 50 something.
You landed in that and like you had to drive through that?
No. When we landed, it was like 20. I mean, that's warm compared to negative 40.
Yeah.
Um, because we landed on I think a Monday or
Okay.
Tuesday, I don't know. And then we got it Wednesday, Thursday was the really cold. We're just like, and it snowed too, so I had to go out and like plow the driveway. And it's like I'll be fine. I was
You didn't
not,
get
man.
into like didn't run yourself over like Jeremy Renner.
What an idiot. No, but like 10 minutes out there, and you're like, okay, it's really fucking cold, and I'm going to
So
be
you're
fine.
basically Kurt Russell on the thing,
Yeah, yeah,
just warming.
basically. But I have a better beard than he did, so that keeps the
I don't
face
know. It's
warm.
pretty fucking epic beard in that movie.
Dude, do you color your beard?
No, I have a lot of grays, as you can see.
Okay, do you see mine? That's grays. Yours looks
I
jet black on camera.
Oh, it's just the lighting. I think. Let me see. It looks red in my sunglasses. No, I mean in person. Like actually, I was kind of getting self conscious about it. They're like pure white, but they're not.
Yeah,
They're not
I
like
have
patches.
pure
It's just
white.
like it's just one
Yeah.
pure white every once in a while versus like you have patches. So mine can kind of hide between the black hairs. But
Are
yeah,
you gonna get that like patch on the top of your head that's like just a white patch?
because I
You know
can't
what I'm
see
talking
where is.
about?
No,
Some people have it. Like I don't know what it's called. It's something weird.
cowlick.
No, a calyx when your hair's fucked up. I have that in the back of my head. All right, man.
Hmm.
How was New Year's? Did you even
New
make it to
Year's.
midnight?
No, so I planned with Mandy just do some outdoorsy stuff with the
Uh huh.
dog and watch the sunset, but it's been fucking raining a lot. So all those plans went out the door. And then we watched Netflix and chilled. White Noise, which I can't really recommend, but I don't
Like
think it was a bad
actually
movie.
watch Netflix and chilled or euphemismed?
No, both. Both,
Oh,
both.
okay.
And, might as well kick the new year off that way. But yeah, White Noise, Adam Driver. It's based on a book, a strange author. Very weird movie. It's like 2 hours of just like it's artsy. I liked it. Mandy was like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on?" So
Dude,
she likes
um,
more of a clear plot.
I was out at like football games were over at I don't know what 9:15. I was
Hmm.
done at 9:30.
Yeah, I
Like I
mean,
went to bed.
we were watching the movie at 9:30. So it was 2 hours. So then we're like, well, we might as well stay up till midnight.
Well, the Gypsies
'Cause,
like
like,
speaking of movies, the Gypsies like you should watch Glass Onion. I turned it off in like 20 minutes. It's bad.
I watched it. If you didn't watch Knives Out,
I did. I don't
and
remember
it
Knives
just,
Out though.
but
Should I
it's just
watch
like,
them
all
in
right.
succession?
No, it's not related, but it's more of a character story of the what's his name, the gay guy with the he played James Bond.
He's
He's like
gay? I
this.
thought he was just like some southern detective.
I don't know. He didn't have a looked like he had a boyfriend that answered the door for him, played by Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant's in that movie?
He's the one that answered the door. Like you first just hear him saying like someone's here for you with a box, and then later on there's a flashback. Spoiler
Wait,
alert.
which movie are we talking about?
Glass Onion. Oh, you probably turned it off. You said you turned it off.
Okay.
Never mind.
Let's talk about some other things that are even more depressing. Do you want to talk about USC playing in the Cotton Bowl?
Just another lack of defense loss. Like,
Okay,
what do you have? 5 touchdowns?
let's not talk about lack of defense. Let's talk about the complete utter disappearance of the defense. Like they played no defense. They would have been better off with, and I talked about this earlier on the daily dose.
Mhm.
If no USC player had stepped foot on the football field, they might have had a better chance of someone tripping over the turf.
That's pretty rough.
I mean,
But
have
yeah,
you
they're
seen a worse defensive performance in the history of sports?
well, like we talked about this before, and I'm not sure if it was on the podcast, but the greatest college football game, and I'm biased because USC is USC Texas,
Yeah,
and it was Lions
that was a
versus
national championship, though.
yeah,
But we
yeah,
still
but
played
their
some
defense,
defense.
I think
And
maybe it wasn't a lack of defense. It was more of
okay,
a
I'm sorry, but
Vince
yeah,
Young is an NFL level quarterback that we can't
Tulane did
tackle.
not have Vince Young running all over the football field. They had Carl and Tyreek. I was just
It
and
was
like what
you
probably
can't
what
you can't if you give up 45 points, you're usually not going to win the game, even if you have a Heisman winning quarterback.
I think what pissed me off the most too is they were like the third leg of a 3-leg parlay that the first two legs hit. And I
What
bet
were the first
something
two legs?
small. Okay. It was like $100 bet. Okay. That was gonna pay out like 1,100.
Oh shit!
And there's, like a minute left in the game. I'm like, I'm in the money. I've got this. Because I took USC at -2. So all they had to do was win the game by 3 or more points, 2 or more points, and I win. And they're up by, like 15 with 2 minutes left. I'm like, I've got this. I've got it. And they fucked me. Actually pulled my pants down, shoved
No
their
lube.
fists up my ass, and fucked me.
They use lube at least.
No.
Brush me up because I'm not the biggest gambler at all. Besides ONU Ghost Peppers, um, or Reapers. You don't get anything on a parlay if you get 2 out of 3. It has to be all
No,
three.
nothing. You gotta get all three. Like you can make like a 10-leg parlay, and if all 10 bets come true, you get a
You make a bunch
fuckload of money on a small bet.
Yeah, I've seen some tweets or posts on
Yeah,
Instagram of like a
usually
second
a
like
parlay is like three. Sometimes they do like 2-leg parlays, but I don't go nuts with 10 legs. I can't keep track of that shit.
I've seen like a $20 bet win like 10 grand or something
Yeah,
crazy like that. Like
yeah.
a
That's
crazy.
why parlaying works so well. But if you miss it, you lose. I mean, you can hit 19 out of 20 and you still lose
Nothing.
everything, which is only $5. But here, I'll tell you what the parlay was. And what missed me. Okay. So I had Utah. No, that was a Utah game.
Back to back Pac-12 though. It's fucking crazy.
All right. So I had the Broncos plus 12.5. And, they didn't lose by that much. So I hit that hard. It was the Nuggets game. Money line. Nuggets money line. Broncos. And USC -2.
Pretty safe.
Yeah. And they fucked me. And I was at
Yeah.
like, plus 1,000.
I wasn't even sure if Caleb was gonna play. I thought he might just.
No, I guess his hamstring was better. It
Yeah, I
wasn't
wasn't sure.
perfect because I watched him and he didn't look great.
In my head, I was like, "You're not getting." I mean, have they already instituted the paying some of the college players this season?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I was
he's
gonna say
made
you're not
like
really getting
30
paid.
million this year.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I was
Oh
gonna say
yeah.
if you're not getting paid, just wait for the fucking draft next year. Because even if he wins this
No,
Cotton Bowl, it
he's
doesn't
gonna
mean
play next
shit.
year. He's a sophomore. He can't go to the draft.
Oh, okay.
You have to. The NFL is at least kind enough to let you play 3 years in college before you go to the NFL and get murdered.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like the NBA where it's 2
No,
years.
you got to play 3 years, and then you can.
Okay.
So a junior can be in the draft or a senior, but no, you can't do
Fuck.
any like freshman sophomore shit.
He can just play in college and retire. $30 million. He's not
Right?
an idiot.
He'll probably make more in the NFL though.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. But does he want to? Like in all these fucking like what's the name Tua just fucking getting his head busted every other week.
Tua declared today.
Did he?
Oh wait,
He's gonna play?
What are you talking about? Tua for the Dolphins or Tua for
Tua for the
SC?
Dolphins. He has like 3 or 4 concussions this season. One's like the worst one we've seen. And he's like, I want to play if we make the playoffs. And it's like, okay.
Well, the only reason he wants to play is because the NFL doesn't have guaranteed contracts. Like if you don't play,
True.
you don't get paid.
And what's the rate with the minimum is like 3 or 6 years to get actual like retirement money?
Oh, I mean, I don't. Again, it doesn't matter because retirement money doesn't matter because just take that $110 million contract and don't be a dipshit.
Yeah, but it would be nice to get whatever the minimum is, and you move
Okay.
to some fucking you
No,
move
he
to
just
some
he
ass
it's
nowhere state, and you make 2 grand or 25, 3 grand a month, but you live at a place where the average person makes 1,000. Just
no,
live your
he'll
life
be I
doing,
mean, Tua will be like a medical anomaly. Like
yeah,
I'm sorry, you had how many concussions in the NFL? You're still walking? No, but
yeah.
Tua for USC is declared for the draft. The
Oh shit,
defensive guy.
I missed that.
So good riddance. I mean, you're the only useful player on our defense. The rest of
What
you
is
are.
wild to me, didn't we have like the most turnovers, or one of the teams with the most turnovers defensively? Like, was it just all risk blitzing and playing shitty teams, or what?
Well, that's what I
'Cause I remember,
understand. Like, if you just blitz, why are you not tackling? Like, they had that little Tulane guy in their arms like 10 times, and he just got out of it.
that's what I was saying. It reminded me of Vince Young, but
Yeah,
Vince
but
Young's
Vince
six
Young
five,
was a
200,
badass.
200. Yeah, Vince Young is
No,
like,
this wasn't like a 200-pound guy. This is like Blip. This
hmm.
is like Kyle, and they couldn't tackle Kyle.
How is Kyle? I haven't
I
seen
was
that guy.
so angry. Actually, Kyle says he's going to do a podcast on Saturday.
Oh shit!
And
I'll have to watch it. That
do
way I'll know
not
if he's
say
still
this
alive.
out loud, but I have to tell you
Just in the
something
podcast.
in private.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, don't say it out loud, but I'll say it in the
No,
podcast.
no. I'll text you. But it's DL stuff. It's not about Kyle, but
Yeah.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Can you
All
hear the
right,
dog barking?
no.
Okay.
Hey, if we're
Russell
gonna talk
is.
about sports, should we talk about Demar?
That was on one. I have a little list of things about. I mean, there's not much to say about what happened to him, but I was gonna say, what the hell are they gonna do with that? That's pretty important game.
Oh no,
Just
you
sweep
haven't
under the.
heard what they're gonna do?
No, last time I heard, they were just talking about what they're gonna do.
So they're not gonna do anything about it. They're not gonna play the game, and they're going to take winning percentage as playoff seeding.
Stupid.
What'd you do to the
Takes.
light?
Yeah, this light was solar powered, so
Oh,
died.
died.
I don't
California.
have a real.
Yeah, so they're gonna
It's just
do.
for camping. It's pretty cool, but it hasn't been in the sun in like 5 months. And I was like, oh, this might be a good light to, like, light my face up.
Talk to the
Lasted 20
gypsy.
minutes.
She's got enough lights to light your fucking world up.
Yeah, she's an actress, huh? She has all the key lighting and the make you look bright.
Dude, she got a voice acting gig for a video game.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Is it a
she didn't
gypsy?
get it. She's auditioning. And I don't want to tell her, but it's like a video game that is on sale for like $15 in the Microsoft store.
No. Well, still
Hey, it's a start. When she
something.
gets a job in like ESO or Halo, like if she was the next Cortana, I'd probably marry her tomorrow.
No, you can make a lot of money in voiceover. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I met a few people that,
All right, so Damar
don't
Hamlin, or Hamlin, yeah.
Hamlin, yeah.
Quick update. Apparently he's awake. He's talking. They've unintubated him. It seems like he's through the worst of it. Um, I've talked about on the Daily Dose how shitty it was that everybody stepped up when he got hurt and whatever. Let's talk about the future though, because I really hope the NFL does not fuck us and turn this into flag football because of
That
this.
was just that was nothing to do with
Right.
that was such a regular. He had a heart condition, or was just some anomaly of getting hit at the exact same time.
Yes. Now the
Yeah.
other thing is,
Wait.
since they're not going to replay these games, now that we know he's okay, now I'm pissed because if you don't remember, I do in COVID when the Broncos had all of their quarterbacks benched because of COVID, and the NFL told us, I don't give a fuck, play someone, you're playing this game. And people are like, well, Dutch, it's not life and death. Bullshit, it wasn't life and death. You all ran around for 2 years screaming about how COVID was life and death and I had to wear a fucking mask and get vaccinated, blah, 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 all that crap. And you forced us to play a game with no quarterback. So you know what? Force these guys to play a game on Wednesday night or a Tuesday night or some shit at an undisclosed location or with no fans. I don't fucking care. Make this happen.
Well, it's fucked up for the fans for one, because some of those people spent like their, you know, they saved up a lot of money to get good
Yeah, it's
tickets to see
fucking
that
Cleveland.
game,
They probably saved up their whole life savings.
and then going by win percentage is such bullshit because how many teams right now are just like the Green Bay Packers, who I'm rooting for to lose so bad because I'm a Seahawks fan and we need them to
Well,
lose
they
and us to
didn't.
beat the Rams. But I'm just saying, who's hot right now? It's like the winning percentage means nothing. If you're fucking hot right now, going into the last couple games of the season, and you're on a hot streak, you can totally make the wild card or even make the playoffs in a
Well,
division
you didn't
spot.
play the same amount of games.
Exactly, which is unfair to the other
Like
squads.
in
So
baseball,
it's
that's fine because they play 160 games. But when you got 17 games, one game makes a huge difference on your winning percentage.
and the Bengals are hot right now, so it was going to be a good game because the Bills are kind of they're wishy washy. You don't know who's going to show up. So I'm like, I thought the Bengals might take that game. I was looking forward to it. I was
So
just
I
waiting for the
think the
Lakers game to
NFL
end.
needs to step up and be like, look, I feel really bad for that guy. Okay, he almost died. He didn't die though. Everything's fine. Now get the fuck back to football. Because during COVID, you made everybody play, and you made COVID seem like it was just as bad as a fucking heart attack. So make
That
them play the goddamn game.
and if you blow your knee out or have a career-ending injury, they just keep rolling on with the game.
Yeah, but
They
that's
don't stop the game.
so we talked about that.
So,
That's a little different. Like we see concussions and broken legs and broken bones and knees and
with Tua
ankles.
though, with Tua's like stroking out, they didn't stop the game. His fucking fingers and shit.
Yeah, but he didn't die on the field.
But that was so
Which
bad that he thought he might just fucking die 20 minutes
right.
from there.
And I agree with that to an extent. Like, yeah, I want to be sensitive to the man almost dying on the football field. But also, I mean, it's a business. Like, you know, Tua basically, like you said, went full retard and fell down, and people were just like, "Well, get him off the field. Let's keep going."
He scraped his carcass off, and
Yeah.
who's a backup? But yeah,
So I don't know if it's more traumatizing that we had to see him get like CPR and defibrillated and all that because everyone has totally forgot about Tua's, and it happened more than once with Tua. That guy
yeah.
has like got up a couple times and then been like and fallen over, and people are just like, "Get him off the field. Let's keep going."
And the thing that sucks
Also,
with Hamlin, I don't think Hamlin's played enough to have any benefits, right? Like
well,
his contract
I mean,
isn't.
they're gonna take care of him. Like I said, I was so mad because so he had his heart attack on the field, and some piece of shit like Googled something and found some toy drive he had started that had like $100,000, and then it spiked to 6 million or something, and it's just like, who's the person that sees a tragedy and is like, let's go promote whatever they were doing, and B, why didn't you guys donate to him when he wasn't
Yeah.
hurt? Like, I mean, why does it always take a tragedy to bring us together? And I know people are like, well, collective trauma, Dutch. Fuck you. Why don't you just be a good person generally? Why does a man have to have a heart attack on the field for you to show up for his toy drive?
Yeah, same thing happened with Stephan Bonner, the UFC fighter who
Yeah,
died recently. It's like he was going through all this shit with his drug abuse and trying to get clean. No one gave a shit, but then he dies, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, too
yeah.
soon." Like, how did this happen? It's like this guy was getting rehab, and like no one was trying to help him, you know?
Right. Nobody donated to his cause or anything, but as soon as he's dead, we start like a GoFundMe for his family. Where was the GoFundMe for his rehab?
Yeah, the GoFundMe that could have saved his
It's
life,
just
probably.
the amount of fake people is like it's astonishing to me. Because I won't say I'm compassionate, but I'm sure as shit not fake. Like again, I my first thought was I hope he's alive. And then once I knew he was alive, I was like, okay, where are my bets at? Like, this game's not happening. You know,
Was it part of if that was a part of a parlay? What happened?
it was. They refunded it.
Hmm. At least that happened.
Because the
Sticking with
book I
football.
use says
Go ahead.
they got to play the game within 48 hours. If it's a parlay, if it's just a straight up bet, they got 7 days. And
Okay.
the NFL came out and said, we're not doing this anytime soon. So the book I use refunded all the money immediately. And I already talked about this on the Daily Dose. Shout out to them. Good job, guys. I like books that don't fuck with my money. Because you take my money as soon as I place a bet. And I
And
expect my money as soon as I win a bet.
and
And they
they're
do a
winning all
great job.
they're winning 90% of their time. So what's it to them to be loyal to their customers?
What?
They're winning 90% of the time.
No, dude. A book or a casino only wins like 10% of the time. But the thing is
Well,
that
the shoe-in bets don't win. They don't lose a lot of money on the shoe-ins, right?
no, so a casino works like a casino pays out like 95% of the money they take in. The thing that you have to understand is that they take in an unbelievable amount of fucking money that 5% is
Yeah.
great. Like I'll take 5% of a trillion,
Yeah.
or a billion or things like that because people bet so much money that a 5, a 6, a 7% payout is perfect. Even like gambling casinos where it's not even a sports book, where it's like tables and slots, yeah, they pay out like over 90% of the money they take in. It's just they take in so much fucking money that 10% of the money they take in is an astronomical amount of fucking money.
So would you parlay Green Bay losing to Detroit, Seahawks beating the Rams?
I don't know. We can if you want.
No, I'm
Well,
just saying I need this to happen because I want the Seahawks in somehow after playing like
I mean,
shit.
let's look.
I mean, they're gonna
Who
beat the
who do
Rams. The
you want?
Rams. I need Green Bay to lose to Detroit
Hold on.
and Seahawks to beat to Rams, which this seems doable, but the Seahawks have been playing pretty wishy-washy.
So you
They look
need
good. Green Bay to lose.
who's Green Bay playing?
Detroit, who's kind of hot right now.
I'll take Seattle, but what do you want me to take them straight up or like money line?
Uh,
I'm sorry, not money line, but spread.
you're in over my head. I
Okay,
haven't really
so
bet.
right now they're favored by 6 points. So
They
I
should
can
cover
take
that.
them straight up on the money line, which is just Seattle to win anyway, or you
Or they
can do the
cover six
spread
points
that they have to win by 6 or more.
and get more money if you win.
Yeah, if you take the spread, you get more money. And
I
then
think.
yeah, and then
I
Green
think.
Bay is a heavy favorite too. So I don't know. Let's
I
see what
think.
that
I think
parlay
Seahawks will
is.
win by at least a touchdown.
All right, so if you, dude, it's bad. Like if you parlay the Seahawks and the Packers,
No, no,
you're
Packers
like,
losing.
oh, I want them to lose.
Yeah, because if the Packers lose and the Seahawks win, Seahawks go to the wild card.
Um, I mean we're plus almost 300. So that means that if I bet 100, I win 300
Hmm. On that parlay or just that game.
No, on that parlay, Seahawks to win, Lions to win. Yeah, let's bet it. What do you want to do? $100?
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I'm not
So let's
confident in
see.
Detroit. I'm confident in the Seahawks winning, but I don't know about Detroit.
We bet 100 we'll win 381.
Nice.
All right, we're in. We'll see how that goes. Dude, I got to ask you about this. You're
What?
into comic books, right?
Uh, pretty,
For
pretty.
comic
I love
book
comic.
characters?
Yes, but what I read is like Saga and some Image stuff. Like I only kept up on this X-Men really
I
more
know, but you
recent
know
stuff.
about Batman, right?
Oh, I know about Batman.
Okay, you know about the Joker, right?
I know Joker.
So
I
there's
don't
a
know
new
this new.
DC comic. It's
Hmm.
DC, right?
You see, yeah.
Okay. Where the Joker is pregnant.
How? It's like Junior.
I don't know how, but the Joker is pregnant.
Well, if Arnold Schwarzenegger can get pregnant, then I'm pretty sure the Joker can.
No, no, this I think this is like a an actual comic book.
Yeah, they're both fiction. Junior's a movie, and this is I didn't hear about this. This is the first I'm hearing of it. Is he
So he
pregnant with
gets
Batman's baby?
um
Because that would be like, you can't kill me. I have your son.
no, he wakes up and he's suddenly 9 months pregnant. He vomits up a blob of sediment, mud that quickly morphs. Okay, so he doesn't actually give birth. He's
Oh,
pregnant though. Like I'm looking at the drawing here where I don't know how to screen share this with you, but it's a picture of him with like a beer gut, and he says, "Well, what have we here?" And some guy's like, "I think you're pregnant," and Joker says, "I think you're right," and somebody else says, "You know, do we have a good OBGYN we use?" And
well, in
then I
prison?
guess the Joker,
Are they in Arkham Asylum or just out and about?
I don't know, man. It's Superman just got his secret identity back. Blah blah blah. Um,
I don't
yeah,
keep up with the new stuff.
but they're
The
making.
new the new the new stuff I read is of original stuff, like Saga and Seven to
Okay,
Eternity. Because all
but
the
I
they're
want your
trying to
opinion
they're trying to
that
create new stories with old material. Where it's like, dude, like it's kind of dead now. It's like it's very hard to create
okay, but
new intriguing stories with old
we're
characters that have been around.
taking the classic Batman and the Joker and we're making the Joker pregnant to feed the woke mob.
If that's what's happening, I have to read it. I don't know what's going on, but it could be something totally unrelated. But that's a 1920s character, I think, maybe 30s. So it's like pretty
So
hard to come up with new stories. There's like,
he wakes up 9 months pregnant,
mhm.
and then he vomits up a blob of mud that quickly turns into a Joker doppelganger, which is kind of deformed.
Need to read the comic because there's probably a lot of stuff when you take stuff out of context. But
I
it's just
mean,
fucking weird to me.
it, like how? And I know we've talked about this, but it just keeps coming. How the fuck did we get here where the Joker is a pregnant man right now? Like,
Well,
where
that's why
does
you got
this
to read
end?
it.
And I don't
He
care.
could have been infected with something. I haven't read the comic, so
I don't care where you lay on the political spectrum, but the
mhm.
Joker, who is clearly a man, is
Yes, fictional
pregnant,
character.
like acknowledging his pregnancy and making jokes about OBGYNs and then giving birth through his mouth with mud. Like,
It kind of
I
seems
mean,
like, what is that? Is it Jewish mythology or Catholic mythology where Lilith was Adam's first wife, born of mud,
so now you're going to
and she
make
didn't.
this religious?
No, I'm just. It kind of seems like it if he's throwing up mud, some kind of.
Yeah, but you're missing the point that the dude is pregnant.
Yeah, it's
Like,
immaculate. Immaculate. What's it called?
no, no,
Whatever. I don't
the
know.
dude, the man is pregnant. Like, how did we get here that even tranny men are in comic books now?
Yeah, it's weird when they throw that on other characters that have nothing to do with it. If you want to have inclusive stuff, just create a new character.
Right.
That's what bothers me.
Make
And
a
it's like, oh,
tranny who gets pregnant. Don't make
yeah.
the Joker get pregnant.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, I need more backstory because it might have been like some weird and he got
I'll send you the
injected by
link.
some
It's
other
on IGN, man.
other. Yeah, but I gotta read the whole comic because if maybe someone injected him while he was sleeping, and
Yeah, but
he's
he still
pregnant.
can't get pregnant. He's a dude. He
Well,
doesn't have a uterus.
that's not true. You can put a embryo in a male and carry it to full term.
No,
Actually,
you can't.
you can. They did this. They can do this.
You're lying.
No, they
Show me the
fucking.
proof. How do you incubate the child?
It's in the
Where in the
stomach.
male
You have
body?
in the stomach cavity, and you get bombarded. They have to like bombard you unnaturally with estrogen and all this other stuff. It's not like a real natural thing, but it's possible for a male.
I don't believe you. I think you're
to
making
carry it.
things up for your liberal agenda.
No, I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm
I just don't.
100% positive no man can get pregnant.
No, he's not pregnant. He's carrying a artificially inseminated embryo. Like
Okay,
being
but you
pregnant
don't have a
is
uterus and you don't have like all the crap you need to have a baby. Like,
a
how
woman.
does
A
the
woman
child
without
get nutrients?
a woman without a uterus can carry a baby that was
No, she can't.
inseminated. Yeah, in the womb. They
No,
carry it to they can
the
carry it to
womb
a
is your
certain.
uterus, chief.
You can put an artificially inseminated embryo into a woman and carry it to term.
But she has a uterus, a womb. Like, okay,
Everything's
how does a
because you
male?
okay. You can take that same embryo and have it in a container to full term,
But you
right?
can't.
You can.
No, that's liberal propaganda. We
No, you
can't
can.
grow test tube babies.
You
They
can.
need somewhere to grow, and it has to be in a woman's uterus.
You can grow babies
No, you can't.
in a laboratory. You
No, you
fully can.
can't.
Just like you can use CRISPR to like change their hair blonde and their eyes
No,
green.
that's DNA sequencing and changing. All right. We
Yeah, but
can't
you
have
can
this
take
discussion because no, you cannot grow a baby inside of a test tube.
you can. They
No,
take that test tube
there's
baby and they put it in
no.
women that
In a woman with
Mhm.
with a womb that's nurturing, which is AKA a uterus, it cannot be put in a man. Like, where does the umbilical cord form? How do you provide for that child inside the womb? You
you can
don't.
artificially do. I'm pretty sure you can artificially do all
Okay, I'm pretty sure you can't. And that's the dumbest thing you've ever said. I've
that.
lost a little respect for you. I
I'm pretty
just
sure you can artificially grow a baby.
no, you can't.
Everything's it's all going to be hooked up to machines that are doing the exact same thing a uterus can do.
I don't
If you
believe
can
that.
grow if you can grow a penis from an ear of a fucking
That's
mouse, you can.
different.
It's not because you
That's
can have
one
every.
body part. You can't just grow a giant dick. You
You,
need a brain and a heart and all that.
do we know what an embryo needs to survive?
Yes, Jesus.
You can do all that artificially.
No, it needs Jesus. You can't
Needs
artificially
Jesus.
Jesus anything.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. He's God.
Well, you can do it, and it'll just be some freak thing that exists in the world, according to
It
you.
is a freak thing. I'm looking at the comic book and it's fucked up. It's got like an elephant tusk or no, an elephant like trunk on its side of its face.
That's his penis. It's just a well endowed embryo.
Well, no, his penis is conveniently covered up by the large muzzle brake of a machine gun. It's
I'm
really
just
weird, dude.
saying
You should check it out.
we can
No, there's
clone
no.
animals completely. A woolly mammoth in Japan was
Okay,
cloned. I
but
think
that's
we can raise a
cloned.
test
That's
tube.
very different.
But it was an
And it
embryo
was
that was raised in a artificial womb, so you can
no,
do
wasn't
it.
it carried to term in an elephant?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well you're wrong because it was, and there
I
are
don't know.
no woolly mammoths that were carried to term.
Well, one thing, I'm never wrong, so your
Okay,
argument's
well
invalid.
we're having a. Let's move on before I punch you through the computer, dude. This one you have to agree with me on this, or I will disown you as a person I speak to. So
The
the
Joker's trans,
CEO, he might be trans. He does wear a lot of makeup. Like
yeah,
he's the original drag queen, right?
and he has like greenish blue hair.
Right? So the
Pretty.
Joker is the original drag queen. So all of you other queens out there, shut up. You're not murderous enough to be a true queen. You're basically a princess. All right, man. So the CEO of Victoria's Secret has either stepped down or been fired. And I don't know if you've been following this, but Victoria's
No,
Secret,
but
like,
let me guess. Let me guess. I don't know anything you're talking about, but they're pedophiles.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
No? Okay.
mm-mm.
That's a pretty good guess though.
It was a woman because a little history on Victoria's Secret. It was started by a man,
Hmm.
and then they went woke and hired a female CEO who thought it'd be a good idea to have morbidly obese models, a dude, and some people with Down syndrome. Which I
How do you keep up with all this shit?
I don't have a lot to do during the day, so I read. Okay, so let's be real clear about
So
one thing.
what's your problem with Down syndrome models, Dutch?
I'll tell you.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm serious. I'm going to tell you about
Take
this.
that, take it out of context. It's like clip this, just put it on
So,
social media.
like,
Let me tell you about Down syndrome models.
let's face something. Victoria's Secret is, and I have this on good authority from multiple sources. The products that Victoria's Secrets produces are not necessarily like comfortable to wear.
Uh,
Like
I
they're
beg to
not
differ.
daily wearers. Okay,
Just kidding.
Victoria's Secret has like one audience and one audience only is straight males. Okay, and they
Yeah,
sell lingerie
I
to
wear
women.
some. Oh, okay, never mind. I
Oh
thought you were going on.
well, I mean, if you want to wear it, I've tried it, and there's
I just
not
cut the
enough
front out.
room
I
in
cut a
women's
hole
underwear
in.
for my testicles and junk.
I cut a big hole in the front and just
Well,
let it.
that's just crotchless panties. So you might as well
Yeah,
go commando. What do you
it
like the
feels
floss in your ass?
that, and it's just a whole. It's just I feel good when I wear it.
All right, the
I don't
point
know what it
is
was.
that Victoria's Secret is strictly for men. Okay? Like that
Hmm.
is your 99.9% demographic. There might be some lesbians that want their girlfriend or wife to wear that as well. But you're basically straight men is your demographic. Now,
Hmm.
morbidly obese probably not going to appeal to many straight men. I know there is a sect that's like, yes.
Morbidly, but morbidly obese sounds so bad.
No, they
I'm
are.
picturing like the, I'm picturing like a 600-pound life, like
Oh no,
just
it absolutely
slapping
is
a big.
that.
Are
There
you
are
serious?
Victoria's Secret has put out like catalogs with models where the underwear disappears in the rolls. Like it's like
As
a
long as they're not,
bakery.
well, they think their cutoff is if you're not bedridden, you could still be a model here.
I mean, we'll prop you up. They don't walk far. But like that's not gonna sell lingerie. Also, some dude is like they had a line of gender neutral underwear. Again, unless you're some kind of sicko like do you remember Darren from the wedding? Like he'll hate me for this, but I don't give a shit.
The guy that was kind of like
Yeah, like touched me a
borderline
lot. Yeah.
serial killer guy,
He's
or the
got
other guy.
no, Darren, not one of the groomsmen. Darren, like his little brother Judd hung out with us all the time. And
I
he
think I
was
missed out on.
oddly affectionate towards me.
I don't remember this guy.
Oh, good.
Maybe you made
He's
him
got
up.
a kink for like just like cotton panties.
He said it out loud.
Oh yeah, no, we've talked about it. Yeah, it's like he wants her to keep him on, and he just moves them to the side and I don't know does his business. But
Well, there's worse kinks, but it is kind of weird.
right, other than that, gender neutral tidy whities are not appealing to anyone, especially if a dude's
It's
wearing
a
them.
it's a small percentage, but yeah, like you said, it's.
No, we're still talking about
Sorry.
Victoria's Secret. Like
That's what I'm saying. There's a
Victoria's.
small, it's a small percentage, but I know what you're getting at. It's the
Oh
woke
no,
mob
now I'm not done.
trying
And
to.
now we put a someone with Down syndrome in lingerie. So now we're sexualizing retards, which is, I think, a mortal sin.
Uh, that's a really thin line to cross because, like, if you're that person, you want to be feeling sexy, and
Do
then you don't want to
you
be
like you have
excluded.
Down
No,
syndrome? Do you have a concept of that?
they're completely normal people. It's weird. I have a
They're
good close
not,
friend.
because if they were, they
Well,
wouldn't have
they're
Down
missing a
syndrome.
chromosome. No, they're missing a chromosome, but they have all the same urges and needs and wants as a regular person.
Huh?
But it's like it's kind of shitty to say you can't sexualize you if that person wants to be. Oh, I want to be a model. That's why I want to do it. It's a shitty line to be like, no, it's taking
Okay,
advantage
but
of
I
it.
mean, let's be honest about this. I mean, should they be in charge of their own finances and stuff like that?
No, but they know what
But
they
they should be
want.
in charge of their own sexuality. Like they can't manage money, but if someone wants to bang them, that's fine.
That's a very like apples and oranges thing. But
No, but I mean that's the definition of like a mental disorder. You do not have the mental capacity to make
but then you're
adult
saying they're
decisions.
not they're not a human with the
I'm
regular
not saying
human
they're not a
rights.
human, because a
You,
5 year
you,
old's a
you
human, but a 5 year old doesn't have the mental capacity to make adult decisions.
I think they have more of a mental aptitude than a 5-year-old, but it's just a
I
tough line
understand
because
that there are
you
different.
want to treat you
There's
want to treat them like everyone else. But I do it
do
does feel
you?
gross. It does feel gross, like you're taking advantage of someone.
Yes,
But
that's
having a close friend that works with Down syndrome kids, he's a paraeducator for like the last 12
okay.
years.
Would you put them
They
in
they're
lingerie?
I would never do that, but if one of them said, "This is what I want to do," it kind of feels shitty to say, "Oh, you can't because you have Down syndrome."
No,
So
okay,
that's a weird.
no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying if they say I want to do this, but you also say, okay, you want to do this. Do you understand what you're doing? And if they
They do.
can't
I
demonstrate,
know the word retarded sounds like the complete like the lack of all knowledge of what they're doing, but it's like they know they're not idiots. They know they see women on TV. They say, "I want to do that. I want to be a model."
okay, but there's
Opposite to
also
that, the
different
Down syndrome.
declensions
Go
of
ahead.
Down syndrome. Like some of them have it bad, some of them not so
Yeah,
bad.
I'm assuming that the Victoria's Secret people had an open call for like models with Down syndrome. They all agreed. A bunch of them, maybe hundreds, applied. There's 300 and
Okay,
something
but
million
I
people.
mean, maybe is that something that we should just not allow? I mean, if one of them says I want to be an astronaut or a fighter pilot, are you going to say, well, okay?
Well, that's different because you have to. Me and you couldn't be an astronaut. Like I think we
Or a
probably could have
fighter
both.
pilot? We've both done acid and we're out.
Yeah, so it's like we couldn't do that. So that's a really dumb argument. Being a model takes no skill. You just fucking wear clothes and like make a
You
face and
should
like
talk to
pose.
Tyra Banks. Apparently, it's very difficult. They have whole
Okay,
reality
it
series about it.
it takes some skill. That was very rude of me to
But
say,
just
but I'm just saying, in comparison to being an astronaut,
okay,
being a
so
model,
just
just
I'm
sitting there
just
for pictures, it feels really shitty. To be like, no,
dude, I'm
you
just
can't.
playing devil's advocate here. Okay,
That's
so
what I'm
what if
doing.
a 15-year-old says, "I want to be a model"? Do we
That's
let him?
different. If they're posing scantily clad, I'm assuming they're 18 years or older.
No, no, we're saying 15.
But you're saying 15 now, but what are the age of the models?
15.
The age of the models that were Down syndrome that were featured
Oh, they were
in.
18.
Yeah.
But did they have
So
the intellectual capacity of an 18-year-old?
who knows? I know a lot of stupid fucking 18-year-olds. I know
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
stupid fucking 25-year-olds.
I know a lot of
Um,
stupid 50-year-olds. But it's just it. So my whole point is like, again, it's a fringe thing. Like there aren't a whole lot of Down syndrome who want to be models, and I think it was really shitty of Victoria's Secret to do that.
it's like the same argument with The Ringer and as a movie coming out with Woody Harrelson. Like you think that they're innocent and they don't know what they're doing, but these people, they're really smart. They're not smart like genius, but they're smarter than like
Well,
when
some
you say
autistic
retarded.
people are genius, but they're only
Yeah,
genius in one thing. But it's still like it's a
Down
it,
syndrome is different. You're missing a chromosome, but the intelligent level is so varied from person to person. These people were acting. They knew like, hey, we're special. This is the joke. This is the line I'm delivering, and it had a lot of you know
but it's
like
different
back.
when you sexualize them, don't you
But
think?
the modeling lingerie is sexualizing, but it's not like porn. You know, And I guarantee
I mean,
there's
I don't know how
hundreds,
many
hundreds.
secret fashion shows you've seen, but it's like the line between that and porn is, I mean, shit.
But I'm just saying, if of a Down syndrome person, and there's hundreds, I'm sure, like I want to be a model.
Right.
Who are we to
So,
say?
and my point
Who are
is,
we to
I'm
say
not
you can't
saying that Down syndrome people can't be models. My point is that Victoria's Secret should not have gone woke and had morbidly obese women, dudes, and Down
How
syndrome people.
it's just down bunching the morbidly obese with Down syndrome seems so much worse.
No, that was the whole woke thing, and it turns out that Victoria's Secret is like completely broke. Again, the CEO resigned. It was a bad idea.
Here's the
And
thing: Americans are fat pieces of shit.
oh yeah,
So it's like, hey,
but
you're
our
all
models
fat,
aren't.
but don't you want to? If most of the fucking country's a bunch of fat losers, like you want to like appease them, and your business is going under, and you're like, hey, we have a bunch of fucking fat slobs in this country. They're not going to want to come to Victoria's Secret and buy this skinny 120-pound model. But if they see some fatty wearing the
See, I don't
clothes, maybe
believe
they'll
that.
start upping it. But
Do you
I think that
watch?
they're dead.
Do you watch fat
They might have
porn?
been desperate. I don't watch fat porn, but a lot of people do.
Not a lot. I think the
Well,
percentage of like
not to be
morbidly
not to be
obese porn
not
compared.
to, not to be semi-racist with but a lot of black men like thicker women. A lot of my
Your
black
words.
friends.
I said thicker's fine. Like I've always said, I like my women like I like my chicken with a little bit of fat on the end.
Yeah,
Um,
but that's you. I'm saying there's a
but
lot
I
of
don't
people that
want,
like them
like
extra
wheel them
thick.
out on a wheelchair and prop them up
Well,
as the
that's different.
stage collapses.
That's different. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong because no, now I gotta look
Oh,
this up.
dude, you should hop on the hub and Google
I didn't
like,
know that there was wheelchair-bound fat slob models
oh
in this
yeah,
Victoria's Secret.
oh dude,
They were wheeling
some of
them
them.
out with like a fucking
I'm not
crane.
sure they were wheeling them out, but they were like
The way you're
waddling them
talking
out.
about it, the way you're
No,
talking, I was like, hey,
okay,
hey, let's get the crane. I
yes,
want to show this new fucking spring
all of
line.
that
Get the
happened
crane out.
backstage, and
Like
then
what's eating Gilbert Grape? The mom, like, hey, all right,
right,
slap a fucking bikini on her.
yes, and then they just kind of like staggered out on the stage for 2 or 3 steps and went back, or took a still photo,
Or the added breath.
or having a heart attack. Like I feel like the lifeless blood leaving your body pale look is super in right now.
So
Don't worry,
here's
you
the
don't have
thing. So during this Victoria's Secret thing, a couple models had heart attacks. They didn't stop the show, but the NFL stops the whole fucking game. Now they're going by
losers.
winning percentages. Just complete nonsense, right?
I mean, I can't believe that we don't stop a fashion show because some 85-pound chick dies of a heart attack, but we have to stop an
Well,
NFL football game because some guy. Dude, I tell you what, I bet you it's because he was black and they weren't.
what
Did you
I'm
ever think
saying
about that?
is, Victoria's Secret model show is more American than NFL football right now.
Dude, and that's the other thing. So, like, they got if you, I don't know if you have paid attention, but there's no angel show at Christmas time anymore. Like, they got rid of the Victoria's Secret fashion show because of this female CEO who went woke. And okay, again, the point of Victoria's Secret is to turn me and you on. That's it. And my point is that the best way to turn us on is not fatties, dudes, or retards. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, but that's
Yeah.
just like if you want to sell crack, I mean, you know, you probably shouldn't use a heroin ad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my only thing is
Devil.
that it's a very specific thing. And okay, if you want to
The
sell
argument is that women who I know buy Victoria's Secrets to feel
for
sexy
you, yes, for you. Ask
for
Mandy.
themselves and for men.
Bullshit.
Do you okay, Mandy? Do you buy Victoria's Secret underwear and bra to feel sexy for me, or because it's comfortable and you feel sexy in it for yourself? Yeah, you're right.
See, it's
For
not
me,
comfortable. Ask her, is any product of Victoria's Secret comfortable? Not the pink line,
it,
because pink is for teens
is
and it's like
okay.
hoodies and shit.
Excluding
But their
Excluding
bras and
pink, I would
panties aren't
recommend.
comfortable.
Okay, is it comfortable? Or did you learn to live with it? Excluding pink, because he said pink was for teens,
Is it what control lingerie in general?
like Victoria's Secret underwear and stuff. Sometimes. So I guess you're right on
Okay.
this one. I'll concede
So
my
that's
argument.
the whole point is that it is literally just for you and me. Okay? And you're not going to sell any of that
Rub-
crap with a fat chick, a dude, and a retard. Like, it's just not how you
Had it
sell lingerie.
Sorry, Mandy, it's making me a drink. Yeah, I guess I was just being the devil's advocate. I thought
I know you were, but it's just
because it's comfortable for me. I just figured that women think it's comfortable as well because I wear it all the time. I like when my balls are split in half.
all right,
Or when
dude.
I make that incision, I have them flop out the front like a Gonzo nose, a Muppet Baby.
So we are. You're going on a cruise soon,
End of January.
and since you've
After
had,
my birthday, which you don't know because I forgot your birthday. I hope I never told you. So
I
can
know
I can guilt
yours.
you.
It's
I
the
hope I can guilt you.
22nd.
Nope.
Third.
Yes, I can guilt you like you guilted me.
Oh,
for
dude,
forgetting
I
your
was close.
birthday.
I at least knew the month. January 23rd.
Yes. Way off, brother.
Gypsy text. It's the 14th.
You can't use gypsy
14th?
knowledge.
16th.
I'm just gonna lie to you. So
It's in fucking January. I knew that.
You might-
didn't
you
even
might have
know
already-
what
you
month
might have
mine
already-
was in.
ISIS, yeah. Alcohol's
okay.
involved. Gypsy was like,
Yeah, we're guys.
making-
I don't give
yeah.
a shit when you were born. Point of the matter is, you're going on a cruise.
Mhm.
You've
And
had
luckily, I have
typhoid,
AIDS. I have AIDS, so I have
Right.
a six-pack now.
so now you look good.
I can wear my American flag Speedo
No,
like
no.
the true veteran.
I want you to go purchase some of this Victoria's Secret stuff.
Strap on.
Not a
Well,
strap on.
that's
I don't think they have
that's good.
strap-ons.
Walmart does.
No, but I want you to go to Vicky Secrets. And I want you to get.
This is for OnlyFans.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Have you started that yet?
I thought we were gonna do like a collaboration.
Yeah, sure. We can do. That would be sexy. Like Dad Bod, me, and then you are more of like the college hunk.
College hunk.
You have a six-pack now.
Yeah, I need to shave my ass first before we do anything. I feel like
Okay, we're not doing
Russian
butt
circus
stuff.
bear.
We're only doing frontal stuff. And we'll
The tuck?
blur out the packages.
Are we docking?
I don't know what docking is.
Docking is one of the men is uncircumcised. The other man is.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing like a
We're-
Chinese finger thing.
Yeah.
No.
you got what I'm saying. It's called docking. It's a thing
Wait, you're.
that guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are uncircumcised.
Yeah, I got so much foreskin. I can give you some if you want.
I don't need any.
It's like a
And trust me, with my
it's like a
current
turtleneck.
baby arm size, I'm not sure you have enough.
Oh yeah, I can give you some coverage.
Point is,
Keep-
on
keep
your
you warm.
cruise, I want you to purchase some Victoria's Secret lingerie, and I want you
on
to
the
wear
cruise or before the cruise. I don't think there's Victoria's Secrets on the cruise.
it. Christ,
That might be like
before it. Jesus Christ, this is going south.
Well, you said on the cruise.
I want on the cruise. I want you to wear it and take pictures for us.
All right.
And I want a
Just for you?
true and honest review. No, for us. We're gonna put them on the internet. We'll blur your junk, but I want a
I will
true
wear
and
it.
honest review of
I'll chub up.
the how comfortable Victoria's Secret lingerie is.
So I can't cut it.
No, you cannot manipulate it in any way. I just want you to wear it. I also want you to buy like a bra. What are you, a B cup?
I think I'm the same as Mandy.
You should not have said that. Okay,
But
I want
it goes by measurement of shoulder. Like it goes around, so it's unfair. 'cause
right,
my
but
shoulders are that
around
way.
is like the number. But then you have a cup, like a 32D it's 32 around, but the D is the cup.
You seen these bad boys?
Okay. So I want you to get a bra, and so get a couple pairs of underwear because you can wear those discreetly, and then get one bra, and I want you to wear the bra for a couple hours. You have to keep your shirt on, or you don't, but I advise you do. And I want a report on the how comfortable Victoria's Secret lingerie is.
Seems like some
I'll pay for it.
some weird kink that you have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It absolutely is. I think it'll get us viewers.
All right.
All right. All right, man.
All right, Mandy. I have to wear Victoria's Secret bra and panties on a cruise. You're gonna take some pictures.
Ooh la la.
All right, she's into it.
She said, "Ooh la la." And I also want, so I want to know how comfortable it is, and I want to know if she's actually turned on by it. Because if she is, I'll never speak to her again. Because that's creepy. Let's do. Would
So
you do that for this?
I'll do it.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
Right.
Dutch, why is your camera off?
It's on the stream, but it's not on
he's-
in the Discord
He said
because I
he
have a
can't hear
better
you, so
camera for
I'll-
this. And
I'll translate. He said it's because he's really gay and he's naked and jerking off right now, staring at my face.
all right, the game's back on. Hollywood.
Yes.
I will catch you next Thursday, brother. I appreciate this. This has been fun.
Oh, it's
I
always
hope you
fun.
guys enjoyed this one. We had a Blippo says hi, by
had
the
a-
way.
Oh, hello. I had one
That's-
about Vince McMahon we could talk about next time. Vince McMahon, CEO of WWE.
Yeah,
Do you know about the stuff going on with him?
I do, but let's save that for next time.
All right, we'll save it.
All right.
That's the only thing I wanted
We
to talk about that we
crushed
didn't
it.
get to.
This was fun.
Alright.
Buddy,
And Avalanche is winning, so you should have a good night.
I didn't want to say that because I'm trying to watch it.
I'll
Hey,
watch
thanks,
it. I'm sorry.
We'll talk to you next Thursday. Dutch and Diver podcast. Follow the socials up top there. They will help you lead us to them. Like I said, give us money because we need to hire the photo guy, and we got to pay for Higgins's lingerie. And
And my hair,
other than
my
that,
hair transplant.
no, you got plenty of hair. We'll just pay for your coloring. Until
All right.
next time, guys. Bye.